Loyal listeners are the ideal match for your advertising needs. Whether you're a local business, an emerging entrepreneur, we've got you covered. Want to add some star power to your event? Book JusCoolRadio talent to bring excitement and professionalism to your next big occasion. Our talented hosts and DJs will keep your audience entertained and engaged. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity. Visit JusCoolRadio.com today to learn more about our affordable advertising packages and booking options. Just Cool Radio, disturbing the silence, catching the eyes of many.
Lifestyle Call.
Hey yo, this is Kenny Whitehead from the Whitehead Brothers, and I'm here with my brother Special K. This is the #1 morning show in the UK, in London, for hip hop and R&B, old, new. You know we all rock with Special K. That's my boy, that's my dog, that's my DJ. You know, he has all the fly interviews, all the fly tunes, breaking all the hot new records. Everybody come check him out. You know what I mean? Keep it locked. Just Cool Radio. Lit every Saturday. The Universal Show. You know it. Big up. Big up.
Born to a single mother, an anomaly. She prayed no one could ever bring harm by stopping me. We suffered through tears and years of having nothing, till I got wise and opened up my eyes and made something. Some on the sidelines like, well, she getting over. Marble from vinyl tile, Jaguars from Novas. So now I live the life that most don't even know her. Flying high, and some of y'all still dusting off your shoulders. They sit and wonder why. Trying to understand 5,000 square feet from a pork and the beans can. New York is the key, man, where I used to see scams. I'm quick to peep whether he's an op or a weed man. They got us caught in a maze, keep us busy to the grave with what we crave, that entertainment craze. I was one of them, locked in the devil's den. Now I'm free to speak the truth and it ain't no settling.
Sometimes running, sometimes falling, sometimes fighting, sometimes crawling. 1,000 miles of life and I'm still going. I thank God that I'm still growing. And all the pressure took me higher, and I thank God it took me higher. Couldn't break me, so it built me. Now I'm blazing like a fire, like a fire, like a fire, like a fire, like a fire.
So the prayers my mama quoted really didn't go unnoticed. God heard and then he spoke this. Drop everything and get devoted, or what you gain, you will blow it. You'll never reap what you sow unless in fact you'll be demoted. You're the light because I made you. Never be afraid to stand tall against them all and protect what I gave you. Never mimic what you see. All them gimmicks come for free, and the cynics will look to me and bow with all apologies for treating you as less. But at that point you were a mess. How could they have treated you better? Not even you knew you were blessed. And with that I understand. God, I surrender to your plan. I'll never second guess your first word when it's your voice that I heard. Never mind, man. If they're not your will, then will them away from me. I'm doing the best that I can, and here as I stand, I know that I am absolutely nothing without you.
Sometimes running, sometimes falling, sometimes fighting, sometimes crawling. 1,000 miles of life and I'm still going. I thank God that I'm still growing. And all the pressure took me higher, and I thank God it took me higher. Couldn't break me, so it built me. Now I'm blazing like a fire, like a fire, like a fire, like a fire, like a fire. I used to be a warrior, now I am a warrior. The weapons of my warfare, mighty through God. I used to be a doubter, now I pray louder, shouting unto God with a voice of triumph.
K, pull it up, select. I don't wanna pull up the tune, Special K, pull it up, selector. Pull up the tune, Special K. Pull up the tune, Special K, pull it up, selector.
Oh, wow, I know I just pulled up, but I can't stay. I'm not showing up if you can't pay. It's hard to reach me now, my numbers change. I never really liked you anyway. If it ain't mine, then it's not worth my time. And most of is boring, I won't lie. Some of the things I think about at least twice a day. Things I think about but never say. If the thoughts in my head on my mind go unsaid, I might let it say things I never said. I know you don't like me, that's okay. A hater can't do nothing else but hate. Cut the check or please get out my face. Talk to me like that, I'll slap the taste. I don't wanna fight no more, I'll change. One wrong move and poof, you in your grave. Some of the things I think about at least twice a day. Things I think about but never say. If the thoughts in my head on my mind go unsaid, I might let it say things I never said. Never said. Do you still remember that summer? That lipstick inside blue jeans. You put your hand into my pocket and say I'm the girl of your dreams. You'd say, oh my God, you're so fine. Let me take you on a fancy night tonight. Alright. You'd say, oh my God, you're divine. I'll come and pick you up at night tonight. That's right. We get in the car, drive it all night.
Call for me, you could call for me, boy. Call for me and I'll be your girl for life. Hey, this is Cleo Soul, and when I wake up in the morning, I listen to Special K on the world famous Universal show.
Do you still remember that summer? That lipstick inside blue jeans. You put your hand into my pocket and say I'm the girl of your dreams. You'd say, oh my God, you're so fine. Let me take you on a fancy night tonight. Alright. You'd say, oh my God, you're divine. I'll come and pick you up at night tonight. That's right. Special K. We get in the car, drive you still think of our summer? Yeah, the way we talk about our dreams. We'd make a pinky promise and lock it, but nothing is ever the way it seems. You'd say, oh my God, you're so fine, fall in love tonight, baby, I might. Alright. You'd say, oh my God, you're divine, ain't even gonna put up a fight. We get in the car, drive it all night, and everything feels so alright, just you and I. You and
was adopted, finished college in the pen. Death before dishonor, we was taught as little shrimp. And I was only 6 when I lost the innocence. When I grew up on how I want to learn to roll a spliff, and not the kind that runs like my mind when it drifts. Remember when you used to hit my line on the whim? I forward to VM, you go and sing a hymn. When the liver gets sick and there's nothing they can fix, and your heart begins to thaw from years being frostbit. And the only thing you want is the want for forgiveness. But ain't we all trying to forget that we witness the summer that we miss, but still gon' ride the whips. Rims got my tires rubbing like sunscreen on you, and it's dark as the eclipse. And they got the vaccine, but gon' make you wait for it. So go get your paper, kid.
You know I'll support you if there's nobody else for you. Stand in the middle of a battlefield, I had to pick a side to be a victim of a tragedy. Who knows, maybe when it's all over, I can hand the torch over. Standing in the middle of a battlefield, I had to pick a side to be a victim. Yes, it happens all the time.
God give me the strength, cause now that I'm a man, my focus and interest is putting out these fires I started in 06. Praying that the ghosts of my past stay distant, and knowing that the cards in my hands is goldfish.
Yes, Lord! This your boy Anderson .Paak, and I flew all the way from Los Angeles, California on the PJ, rocking with my boy Special K on the Universal Show.
Be big as a clock sister. Who would ever think that we find a hole in the system? Remedy all the symptoms. Got a long list of some things that I gotta get to, but if I don't, just know it was all meant to. But we far from the ending, and I can't leave before the Dodgers win the pendant. She got a weave that's strong enough for the gripping, but I can't see us going on 9 innings. Out of the park. Told them from the start, we taking no shorts. They gon' remember if nothing else that it was long-winded. And we live from the Enterprise, where you get signed, I have to improvise. Got me a bag and then I realized didn't need no cash to make me feel alive.
You know I'll support you if there's nobody else for you. Standing in the middle of a battlefield, I had to pick a side to be a victim of a tragedy. Who knows, maybe when it's all over, I can hand the torch over. Standing in the middle of a battlefield, I had to pick a side to be a victim. Yes, it happens all the time.
say to her, it doesn't matter. Yeah. We got love, but she needed. The sun won't set on us just yet, but we need time. When the moon came, I wasn't ready, Lord. It's only for a moment, but more than a second. I'm vulnerable, uncomfortable. I know you want me. I know you're a superstar, number one of a kind, baby doll. Here's a love letter to you and I know you feel me, I know you want me, I know you feel yeah. Oh, I know you want me. You're the one I think of when I close my eyes. No matter what I say to her, it doesn't matter. We got love, she needed. The sun won't set on us just yet, but we need time. When the moon came, you see the entire. I'm reminiscent of the past.
If Universal don't play it, like how you gonna hear it? Come on.
Treat you like a pastime. For all the times I made you sad, how could I make it right? I wanna make it true. I'm vulnerable, comfortable. I'm trying to reach a level, but I'm stuck in a maze in Beverly Hills. Before I let you go on the radio, tell me it ain't a sign. If I shouldn't approach you, tell me now. Focusing on the music, but love is love. Alright, you love letters, but I don't think it matters. I'm at the crib, don't care, girl, you know the Eddie. I'm an addict. If I shouldn't approach you, yeah, tell me now. Focusing on the music, but love is love. Alright, you love letters, but I don't think it matters. I know you're a superstar, number one of a kind, baby doll. Here's a love letter to you and I know you want me, I know you feel me, I know you want me, I know you feel me. Yeah. You're the one I think of when I close my eyes. It's a crazy life, to leave. She wanted daisies, I wanted real. They don't hate me, hate the game. And the movies that be spitting in fairy tales. Shame they would do that to young queens. Distract us, make us forget our dreams. The catch is create another human being looks just like you. Your ideas, another thing they attach to. How come these junkies from older versus beats impossible to beat, but for another reason y'all be bugging me. I let you know as soon as I know what it is. I got my eye on top of the pyramid. The prize is mine if I choose for it. Glory to God, glory to the push. It's the win in my eyes. I ain't hurt. Cry baby, go do what you do. Yeah. I know it must take you a lot, take you a lot, to get up, girl. Get on, yeah. Always just swimming by. It's a crazy life to be on my open heart. Wipe that liquid off. Need to get real and get it done. Gonna hit the road, be a superstar. And you're so fine, your physical form, and we're letting me go solo. Yeah. I would come back, but I never look back for nothing. I upgraded from rugged and regal to rich and respected. I'm calm and collected, and people believe what the limits allow them. I won't be around it though. I've been surrounded. I'm an emotional roller coaster, but if you need me, I'm around the corner, waiting for your love to pour in, for the cash to cash. I wanted to buy you that, but I had to ask you. Yeah, I'm an AP. You told me to click the phone, don't be a baby, but I was the one who wanted daisies. I'm an emotional
written all over the horizon, and you just cry. A river, baby. Always just swimming back. She wanna fly the highest tip when it's on. Coming around with my luck is up, but I need to have you in a certain position. So I'ma call you when I wanna talk. I wanna move to a place on the road with you. Don't nobody gotta know no way. Moving forward, we can always swim back to land. Yeah. Close your eyes and open your heart. Open up your heart. There's no better time to start loving than now. You know, we're both grown, so let's get it on. I need you in my life. Yeah. Right by my side. You are my light in the dark, oh. And I want you to know that you make me smile. It's the Universal Music Show. Or should I just say the Universal Show, where we playing music for you and yours. My homie Special K is in the house. I go by the name of Young Lloyd. Keep it locked, because we got new music on the way. You dig?
I'm on the floor with my hands up, 'cause I ain't afraid to get down. I think I'ma make you my new love. You're turning my world around. I'm on the floor with my hands up, 'cause I ain't afraid to get down. I think I'ma make you my new love. You're turning my world around. Baby, when you touch me, ooh la la, you're turning my world around. With every kiss, so sweet, ooh la la, you're turning my world around. Turning my world around.
I've seen so many cloudy days and I can't remember how it should feel to have a love of my own. I'm so caught up in the moment, how this feeling gets so strong. All I know,
Touch me, ooh la la, you're turning my world around.
you keep on turning my world around.
Every kiss,
Yeah,
so sweet,
so sweet.
ooh la la, you're turning my world around.
Keep on turning my world around. Yeah,
Give it to you, give it to you, give it to you, give it to you.
yeah.
Ooh, give it to you, give it to you.
Ooh la 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 la.
Wanna give it to you, give it to you, give it to you, give it to you.
Every part of me, baby.
Give it to you, give it to you.
It's undeniable, like you're lost when you hold me closer. Like no one else is in the room but me and you. Too soon for me to be swept up, but this feeling's way too strong. All I know,
Touch me,
touch me,
turn my world around.
keep on turning my, you keep on turning my.
Every kiss, so sweet, ooh la la, turn my world around.
Turning my
World around. You wanna give it to you, give it to you, give it to you, give it to you.
ooh, babe, I just wanna give it.
Ooh, give it to you, give
Got
it
me
to you.
going round in circles,
Give it to you, give it to you, give it to you, give it to you.
I just wanna give it,
Give it to you, give it to you.
give it to you, baby.
I'm on the floor with my hands up, 'cause I ain't afraid to get down.
No, no.
I think I'ma make you my new love. You're turning my world around.
Say,
I'm on the floor with my hands up, 'cause I ain't afraid to get down. I think I'ma make you my new love. You're turning my world. You're turning my world. You're turning my world. World around.
you're turning my,
World around.
you turning my
World around.
world around, baby.
World around.
Upside down
World around.
and all around, inside out, you.
World around.
You're turning my, you're turning my world around.
Welcome to another installment, another edition, another episode of the world famous Universal Show. It's Saturday morning, like clockwork. On a Saturday morning, we deliver to you nothing but good music. Keep it up front, keep it futuristic. Now we keep it bouncing on a Saturday morning. I definitely want to say good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you're situated around the world. Nice to have your listening ears. It is the number one morning show in the UK for hip hop and R&B. Your DJ this morning is Special K, aka The Specialist. We're just flying the pouch this morning. We are flying the pouch. So much brand new music. So much brand new music, I swear. What do we kick off with this morning? We kicked off with the brand new single from the forthcoming Mary J. Blige album. We got on Breathing this morning. We did. We got it on this morning. We got on a track from the brand new MC Light album. It's like it's the blurred lines there between a hip hop track and an R&B track. I suppose I could play it in any room really, but I featured it in room number 1. It's featuring Mary. The track's nice. It's called Thank You. We love it. We got it on this morning. What do we play this morning? Chitty Digital. Big up yourself, Chitty Digital, wherever you are around the capital. We got on a track this morning called You and I featuring Nika. Big up yourself this morning. We got that on in room number 1. Then we played you. I'm sure we got on the track from Mooney Long from the brand new album. We got on a track from Mooney Long's album, Things I Never Said. We got that on as well somewhere in there. We did. We got on the track from Next Worries, Battlefield. 2 tracks back to back from the amazing album from Ray Khalil. We got on Don't Matter this morning, and we got on Cry Baby. And then we got on a killer cut from Kilani, a track called Single. Now, she's got a brand new project that's floating around, but I believe that this should have been the album. Because the brand new project that she just released, I believe that it should have been the album. You know, she just released her album a few weeks ago, but this project that she's got floating around, which has come after the album, I believe it should have been the official album. So, we got on a track from the album. We got Single this morning. And then we just played you a track from the Shindela's album, Ooh La La. So that's a quick rundown of what we featured so far, so good this morning right here on the Universal Show. Gonna get through your messages and shout outs in a hot minute, but for now we just need to keep the music moving this morning. Let's go to track number 7 on this. I need you to bust a style this morning. Go to track number 7 on this one.
Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Sierra Man, and it's the Universal Show. And guess who I'm hanging out with? Special K, cause he's so special, and I have a good time when I'm with Special K. So keep it locked right here, man, and don't go nowhere. You heard?
2 joints back to back from the incomparable Thames. Hold on. And underneath us, we just played you Burning. What a beautiful track. It's nice, right? It's nice. So how's your week been? How's your week been? I'll tell you what, it's been a bit of a miserable one this week, isn't it? It's been a bit of a miserable one. They're saying now summer is officially over. I mean, summer is officially over. Did it actually begin? I've been telling you guys about the British summer for a long time. It's so unpredictable, man. It's crazy. We've had a couple of days here or there with the little heat wave. 2 days here, 2 days there, but we haven't had a continuous, heat, good weather for like a month. We haven't. And it feels like summer's just come and gone just like that. I mean, they are saying, I don't know, this is what they're saying. Apparently we're going to experience a little heat wave towards the end of September. But hey, yippee-doo. Hey, I mean, come on, who cares? Really? Come on, man. We want 1 month of summer, man. 1 month of heat, 1 month of sunshine. But we've had so much rain for the last few months. It's just been mad. I swear, now we're coming into the autumn and this weekend's going to be full of showers and whatnot. But Hey, what can you do, eh? I'll tell you one thing, though. Saturday mornings, we keep the sunshine blazing on JusCoolRadio.com. We do. We keep the sunshine blazing with sunshine music.
Summer nights when I'm all alone.
Oh, we got so much heat in the bag.
You were here. Wanna ride away with.
This is where R&B lives on a Saturday morning. The number one morning show, the Universal Show. We're definitely going in.
It's gonna be a hot summer, baby.
Hey boy, what you doing later? Can I pick you up and take you on a ride tonight? We can go somewhere. You don't need to bring a thing. I got you covered, I swear. A man like you is rare to find. You ain't going nowhere.
Be a hot summer, be a hot summer.
Hey boy, we can ride all night to watch the sunrise. It's the only place I'd rather be than you right here with me. You don't need to bring a thing. I got you covered, I swear. A man like you is rare to find, and you ain't going nowhere. Nights when I'm all alone, wishing you were here. Wanna ride away with you. There is so much we can do on a summer night. Summer night, all alone, wishing you were here. Wishing you were here, baby, baby. Wanna ride away with you. There is so much we can do on a summer night. Summertime. Ooh, summertime. Gotta sit back and unwind. Sit back and unwind. Summertime. Ooh, summertime. Gotta sit back and unwind. Sit back and unwind.
Shades. Summer night. Oh, man. Nice. I'll tell you what, man. We've got so much tunes in the bag. I'm trying to fly through them. I'm trying to fly through them.
Did you miss me? I know it's been a while. Shit got complicated, kinda crazy, but I'm back now. Let's work it out. We can talk.
Oh, this is nice. This is nice.
Cause I need your help. Oh, so much help.
Lord of mercy.
I'm such a damsel in distress. Oh, no. Don't you worry about me. I got all I need in this. You think I haven't found it, but I found it and I found someone to share the garden and the palace. Chaos in the balance. You got a lot to say about it. Better kill you to know I got it all right now.
Leafy Greens.
Don't you worry about me. Don't you worry about me, baby. You think I haven't found it? Oh, you think I haven't found it? But I garden in the palace, chaos in the bath.
An artist that has been flying the flag for R&B for the last few years, Rachel Rodriguez. She's back with a brand new single. It's called Housewife. We're getting on right here, the Universal Show, September 24 music. So much music, I swear, just not enough time. Oh, do you remember that group Coffee Brown from 25 years ago? They're back in 2024. Brand new offering from Coffee Brown. You remember that group?
Ain't no way, you know it's on me, baby. All eyes on you. Know you've been made. Wish I could stay with me. I need you right here, right now. I need to know you somehow. On some seduction. Oh, I really love it.
It's just you and me.
I'm watching you while you watching me.
Are we into this?
You're turning me on. Now you're talking to me. She's all about it. No, she's all about it. She not talking about it. Cause she's all about it.
He be all about it. When he talks about it, make me all about it. He be all about it.
Smoke and make it better.
Drink, I'll make it better.
Sex and make it better.
Take me you for better. I'ma shake what you make it just my baby. Sweat, you know, never with no baby. I'll play it, cover you deep in it. You'll be like easy. It's just you and me.
Watching you while you watching me.
Are we into this?
You're turning me on. How you talking to me?
She said don't talk about it, be about it. I mean even Master P know about it. Other chicks, Marjorie, can't see it's cloudy. You're a diamond in the rough, hot as a medallion. Baby, I've been watching. Since you stepped foot in the club, I've been plotting. On the dance floor, push your back, then you drop it. You're dealing with a winner, now losing ain't an option. Give it to you raw, I'm a bull, I ain't stopping. Love when you talk dirty, since a rascal I've been rocking. Now my spot or your crib, where we at with it? It don't matter, when we done, you gon' act different.
She's all about it. No, she's all about it. She not talking about it. Cause she's all about it.
He be all about it. When he talks about it, make me all about it. He be all about it.
Coffee Brown, About It. September 24 music. Right here on the Universal Show, man. Room number 1. Jams after jams after jams after jams ago. I think it was like, maybe the beginning of May. I introduced this track on my show, and it's mad because I know there's certain tunes, you know, they get lost in the mix of what else is going on with other genres and all that. But this one, I thought it would have taken off sooner, but you know, it just transpires that it's taken off later. This track right now is definitely doing the rounds. To be honest, I was kind of finished with it. I was. But it's kind of
Take your business, community project or product to the next level. Want to reach a dynamic and engaged audience? Look no further than JusCoolRadio.com. At JusCoolRadio, we offer the perfect platform to showcase your brand. Our diverse programming and loyal listeners are the ideal match for your advertising needs. Whether you're a local business, an emerging entrepreneur, we've got you covered. Want to add some star power to your event? Book Just Cool Radio talent to bring excitement and professionalism to your next big occasion. Our talented hosts and DJs will keep your audience entertained and engaged. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity. Visit JusCoolRadio.com today to learn more about our affordable advertising packages and booking options. Just Cool Radio, disturbing the silence, catching the eyes of many.
Speak, please get lazy. Speak, please get lazy. Ocho.
Welcome to room number 2, Universal Show. I'll tell you what, you can't say you never got your dose of R&B this morning. It's a massive shout out to my R&B soul fans this morning. You definitely got your dose, man. We'll do it all over again tomorrow. Yes, Soothing Sundays returns tomorrow. If you like your slow jams, mid-tempo R&B, neo soul, that's tomorrow, okay? 12 till 2 in the afternoon. We didn't do it last week, so it returns tomorrow. Failing that, back in the building next week Saturday with more brand new music. Welcome to room number 2 for my hip-hop fans this morning. Definitely want to say good morning, good afternoon, good night, good evening, wherever you're situated around the world. Nice to have you listening ears. Want to get in touch with me this morning? It's quite simple. On the socials, Just Cool Radio on everything. That's right, Just Cool Radio on everything. My Instagram is The Universal Show, and my X or my Twitter, whatever you want to call it, DJ_Special K. You can hit me up via the socials, alright? Massive shout out to the entire Just Cool Radio family, DJs, staff and presenters. Anton, big up yourself this morning. I see you on the check-in. And most importantly, you, the listeners, for keeping it locked to your favorite station, Just Cool Radio, broadcasting around the world, man. And you know this is the number 1 show on a Saturday morning for hip-hop and R&B. So this week, I had the chance to hook up with one of the legendary rappers of hip-hop while he's been here for his European tour. Talib, Kweli. We couldn't get him in the studio because he's gone. He's left the country now. But I managed to hook up with him before, you know, sold out shows at the Jazz Cafe this week. Talib, Kweli. I want to say massive shout going out to Lee Can this morning. Big up yourself, Lee Can. RD, big up yourself this morning. Who are very instrumental for making it happen, okay? So massive shout out to Lee Can and RD. It's a Special K. Come on, we've got to make Talib, Kweli at some point this week sit down and get an interview with the Universal Show. So I said, alright, let's make it happen. So we're going to get it on this morning. As we get into conversation with Talib, Kweli. Officially room number 2, the Universal Show. Definitely on the way. We're here till 12 o'clock.
So I did say from the beginning of 2024, what we want to try and do is document some of the legends of the culture of the movement, not just in hip hop, in R&B. We're talking about of the movement that we represent. And this particular artist, he's in town for a couple of days. He's doing a couple of shows. He's doing some promo as well. And it's someone that I've been studying, watching and supporting religiously for, wow, we're talking 25 years now. It sounds mad to say that, 25 years. That is actually crazy, because I'm thinking about late 99, 2000. Mm-hmm. That's actually crazy. 25 years. Mm-hmm. I'm going to let this gentleman introduce himself right here on the Universal Show. Could you introduce yourself this morning, please?
My name is Talib Kweli.
Talib Kweli.
I was trying to do an introduction, but I was like, nah, let me just say my name.
I love that. So Talib, welcome to the UK.
How you feeling?
Welcome to the show, man. It's been a long time coming.
Good. I'm glad to be up here.
It's been a long time coming. So, one of the things I was saying to RD, big up RD as well, he's in the building, right?
Definitely big up RD.
I got to big up RD, right?
Yeah.
One of the things I mentioned to him when we was talking, I said to him, you're one artist that comes here quite often to do whatever, even if it's not shows. Sometimes you've been here back in the days. I remember seeing you performing in just shops in Soho. You said you come here just doing certain things, not even doing shows, but I never hear you regularly in a radio interview.
Here in the UK?
In the UK, I'm talking.
Okay.
We see you, but we don't know about you. There's a difference.
That's interesting. You know what? I was actually listening to... I was in a cab and one of these radio stations on. You know, as Americans, I'm going to qualify my statement before I make it. As Americans, we are highly ignorant about the inner workings of the rest of the world. Like, America's very insulated, and we really generally only care about American things.
Right.
And that goes for myself too. You know, you have to make an effort. I know more about things because I travel for a living, but even as I travel for a living, I could make a better effort of tapping into the places that I come to. But in America, you have 50 states, and in 50 states you have, you know, at least 50 cities. You know, there's at least 50 major cities in America, and each one of these places has their own radio station. Now, you do radio, so you know this. You know what I'm saying? You know that it used to be more independent, mom and pop style radio stations, and then you got the arbitrons and the big corporations that took over the radio stations, and that changed the way that people heard music. It used to be you drive through the country and you hear different music from different regions. Now it's just whatever is the most popular.
Absolutely.
What you hear. And I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, because I may not know the history, but I feel like here in the UK, it's kind of always been that, like with the BBC.
Yes, with the BBC, mainstream stations, but we have what's been running over this country for many years, particularly in London. We have a lot of community stations.
This was Shabba Ranks and them, Coco T and them was talking.
Absolutely. Yeah. So you had the pirate stations, but that's kind of like a thing of the past now. So they're more internet-based stations. Okay. Because, you know, there's too much.
But you have to have that because of the behemoth that the BBC radio is.
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
And the fact that all the radio stations, everybody, like, it's just one place, right?
Right, and they're very restricted on mainstream radio because, as you said, they only can play what they're told to play based on views, streams, and whatnot.
That's right.
Okay, whereas on the underground, what we do, community stations, we have the freedom.
Right, and so when I first started coming here, what you're speaking of, I think, is a product of me being more independent artist. When I first came out, Raucous was an independent label, but they had a lot of money. They were spending money, and there was a lot of promo. And I've been signed to major labels. You know, my first 4 or 5 albums came out through either Raucous, which was spending major label money, or through the major label system. So I would come through, and back then Raucous had a shout out to Jay Davison, who I was just
absolutely big up Jay.
You know what I'm saying? I would have reps, people that Raucous would. Warner Brothers, Geffen, the labels I was on, would have UK reps that would take you around to the store. When I first came here, you'd have to go do the radio. I would go and do all the Capital and One Extra and all this and that. And here's what my experience doing UK radio is like. Back then, you get the label rep, meet you at the hotel, you go down to one big corporate-looking building, and then you go from cubicle to cubicle. or you go to studio to studio, but it's all the same place.
Absolutely.
It's just different, and that was weird to me because in radio in the States you had to go to different places, and so of course, a guy like Westwood was all the hip hop used to come through him, but I used to like going to see Shorty Blitz and them, and see. Oh man, there's another dude. His name is slipping my head. Man.
Okay, 279.
279. I was like, yo, with the dreads and the number.
Yeah. 279. Yeah.
279. Shorty Blitz, guys like this.
Yeah.
Would hold me down, and I would enjoy doing that more than going to the BBC stuff.
100%. 100%. I love that. So listen, I know I'm going to refresh a lot of people's minds and memories today, because there's still a lot of people like myself that don't know the full story. And as I said, it's the year where we're going to concentrate on the legends. I consider you a legend.
Thank you.
Take me back to a young Talib Kweli before he got into music, before you fell in love with hip hop. Tell me where you're residing from, and tell me what it was like for you growing up and that transition, getting into music and falling in love with what we now call the 50 years of hip hop.
I grew up in Brooklyn, New York. I really was into music as a young man, but I was also into baseball and nature, stuff like that. Sharks, I like sharks.
You love sharks?
When I was a kid, yeah.
That's mad.
Tracy Morgan said, "Live every week like a Shark Week."
Okay.
But yeah, music is my love and my passion, and that's where I put all my energy. But not all. That's where I put most of my energy.
Yeah.
That's where I put a lot of my energy.
A lot of it. I like the way that you have to re-emphasize that point.
I had to make sure I'm saying the right thing.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what was the music that you was hearing at such a young age that was inspiring you to fall in love with music? What genres were you falling in love with? What was it like in Brooklyn?
My father used to collect a lot of records. It was genreless. It wasn't about the genre. It's just about good or bad. It was good or bad. My father listened to rock and roll, but he listened to jazz, blues, gospel, just everything. My father listened to every type of dope music that you could find on vinyl.
Yeah.
So I grew up listening to a lot of that stuff. I grew up listening to a lot of pop radio, and then I got more into listening to more urban and black radio when I went to junior high school.
Right.
And it became about you had to know the newest, hottest song, and that's when I started tapping into the music of where I was from. Before, I just listened to everything.
Yeah.
And then I started more specifically listening to what the urban stations were playing. And that's when I got into hip hop.
Right. So, here, we have the stations that are designated to playing, more black music, and then you got stations that play more the commercial music. Was it very diverse like that where you was in Brooklyn?
Yeah, I mean, it was the white stations, which were the corporate stations. There weren't in New York City. Radio was very important. Terrestrial radio was very important. It was a soundtrack to our lives, and you had Z100, which was the new upstart at the time. Z100 was brand new to the city when I was a kid. I remember when Z100 came out and they started dominating. Z100 is now like a behemoth. I think really? Z100 is like that whole iHeart. That's like the beginning of iHeart, Z100.
Yeah.
And then you had a little bit more old school station, WPLJ, which is playing pop radio. But then you had two black stations. Those were two main stations in New York. Then you had two black stations. You had 98.7 KISS FM, which was owned, white corporate owned. But then you had WBLS, which was owned by black folks.
Okay.
And so in the hip hop era, when I was a kid in the 80s, on 98.7 KISS FM, Friday nights you'd have Red Alert. And Red Alert was in the clubs. He was in the Latin Quarter. I wasn't outside. I was too young. But I was listening to Red Alert. And he was trying to bring the energy from the clubs to the radio on Friday and Saturday nights. Red Alert goes berserk. And then down the dial, on 107.5 BLS, you had Marley Marl. And so that's where you start to get the MC Shan versus the Cares. It was based on the radio.
Yeah.
It's based on competition for who is dominating the culture when it comes to this black radio.
Wow. So there you are. You're at school. You've got the love for music. You're hearing so much diverse music that's inspiring you. But the light bulb must have come on at some point when you said, I want to get into music. What was that point? What was that time frame like?
I do believe that if you love music, you make it. Anything you really love, you try to do. And I think that I started. Well, I was already writing poetry and writing little plays and stuff like that when I was very young, like elementary school, junior high school. And hip hop, what I liked about it, what attracted me to it was the writing, the lyricism. So I was like, oh, that I could do that. And I had friends of mine who would rap around the way in junior high school that I would write rhymes and try to give them the rhymes.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, here, try this.
Yeah.
And then I started, because I didn't have confidence to do myself.
Okay.
And then when I got the confidence, like 7th grade, I was trying to write for my friends. By 8th grade, I was like, I'm a rapper. You know, and excuse me, pardon. And yeah, so it was like 8th grade, and then 9th grade is when I really was like, 9th grade, I started making tapes and saying that this is what I want to do. And, you know, 9th grade, I started taking it really seriously. I went from being like a fan to someone who was really, really into it. And then, like, all through high school, I was honing my skills. And by college, I was making a name for myself.
Really making a name for yourself?
Yeah, freestyling and rhyming on corners and ciphers and stuff like that.
Now, more often than not, you hear about, you know, artists, rappers, singers, even actors. They said, like you say, Timbaland, they'll say he went to school with Jay-Z, this person was in his high school, Pharrell was in his class. Did you have a circular of friends who are now, like, you know, massive players in the game that you went to school with around that time?
Yeah, it was local. It was like local. Like Michael Rappaport was around.
Okay.
I was down with a group called Bush Babies.
Bush Babies, everybody. Yeah. Hey, that's my joint, you know.
Yeah, those are.
Yeah.
Mr. Man from Bush Babies we and him went to high school together.
Yeah.
I knew people in the street. Most Def was around. Who else was around? Yeah, it was more local stuff.
Local stuff. Do you know what the thing is though? So you come from an area of Brooklyn, and I suspect as well there was so many aspiring artists coming up at the same time. How did you feel like you could make a difference? Because I mean, in the 80s and the 90s particularly, the competition.
I feel like I still like that. There's still a lot of artists. It's still very competitive. But I think.
But the level of lyricism compared to back in the days, because obviously now. Do you understand what I mean?
I think I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Being an artist means knowing that you're doing the right thing, even when the world and even when people who love you are telling you that you're crazy. You know, and being an artist is brave in that sense, that you have to believe that you're going to cut through the noise.
Yeah.
When people are like, you sound crazy, get a job. Do you know how many people, how hard it is? There's so many naysayers. People make it their business to be a naysayer when you say you want to be this. And Jay-Z, I heard him in an interview talk about the confidence of knowing. And you have to know even when the world thinks you're crazy. Yeah. And that's the name of me and J. Rawls' new album. Because the way in which we approached it at this stage of the game, we definitely have the confidence of knowing, but to your point, we've always had that. Yeah. Or else we wouldn't have tried to do this art.
Yeah, absolutely. So forwarding on, we're taking you through the journey because we can't go through everything because it'll probably take a year to get through it all. But I'm just trying to give people an insight about your growth and where we are today. Because obviously there's got to be a beginning before we get to the end.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So Talib Kweli comes out now. First track that you ever put out as an artist?
First track I ever put out would have to be Fortified Live, which features Mr. Man, my friend from high school.
Yeah.
And Mos Def, who's now Yasin Bey.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first one. I think 2000 Seasons was on the B side of that.
Right.
Yeah.
What was that feeling like? That sentiment like putting out your first song?
it felt good. Putting out that first song is having that tangible vinyl.
Yeah.
You know, I told you my father collected vinyl, and my parents had vinyl all through the house. So my parents were very supportive of me as an artist, and I think that's very. I'm blessed because of that. They didn't support me being broke. They didn't support me not having a job. They didn't support me just not, sustaining myself. But they were like, look, if you want to be an artist, go be an artist. But you do know you have to pay you have to still pay bills.
Yeah,
that's
quite interesting as well, because obviously a lot of parents, from the culture, we know they don't want their sons to go into the music industry. That was a thing back in the days. I don't want you to be doing music. I want you to go be a doctor. Do you know what I mean?
A lot of that. And types of structural racism reasons and the trauma of oppression and just the survival, right, of like trying to get generational wealth into the families, all types of things, reasons why people do that. So grace and understanding.
100%. 100%.
But that's why you have to have the confidence in knowing.
You have to have the confidence in knowing.
And that's what being an artist. That's what the beauty of being an artist is. My parents definitely were supportive of it. And so when I was able to show them, look, that made it real for them. You know what I'm saying? They were like, okay, you got this dream you have, okay. Yeah. But when I was able to show them Fortified Live, the vinyl, I could see it in their eyes. Oh, he's serious about this. That was a way to be like, it was very important. And then I remember, hearing it on the radio on Hot 97 for the first time was I remember that.
Where was you when you first heard yourself on radio?
Either in a car or something. The first time I heard it on radio, Jay-Z rapped on it. DJ Clue played it as an instrumental, and Jay-Z was like, and there was people rapping on my instrumental. I was listening to the radio. I was like, oh, that's my instrumental. They rapping on the beat. And then Clue switched it for Jay-Z to come on, and Jay-Z said, no, put that other beat back on.
Amazing. We're talking to Talib Kweli this morning. He's breaking down the history. Now, what was the point when you said, you know what, to yourself, I think they're actually taking note of me?
Lyricist Lounge, doing the Lyricist Lounge event. I did it once and it didn't go over well. Those guys knew me, Danny and Anthony, and they were very, very critical of me. I knew them as we were friends, but I would like, let me perform at the Lyricist Lounge, and they'd be like, you're not ready. What was it? What was some of the constructive criticism they was giving you? I don't even remember what the criticism was.
Yeah.
It was more of a thing like, you're not ready.
You're just not ready.
It was like more of a thing like, thanks, but no thanks.
Right.
And I knew everybody performing. So I'm like, what is it about? No. It made me want to work harder. And so they ended up giving me, the first time, I brought too many of my friends with me. And so everybody was vying for us. I didn't get to get my shit off. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
I didn't mean to swear, but
yeah.
that was on me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I was like, I brought the crew and it, I rapped last and I didn't really like the verse I did. They ended up giving me another shot. And I went in there like, I have to prove to the world that I'm worthy of this.
Yeah.
And I did. And Q-Tip was hosting it. And Q-Tip was like, Q-Tip is my OG. He's somebody who's like foundational to what I do. And he was the host. Me and Rod Digger performed that night.
Ooh.
Rod Digger was pregnant. And she performed right before I performed. And Q-Tip signed her to his production company after that night. But then she went from Q-Tip's production company to working with Flip Mode.
That's right.
But I was that night. I when I finished so High Tech brought the MPC 60 on the Greyhound bus from Cincinnati because we didn't a DAT machine was $1,000 back then. We didn't have music out. We had music on DAT. A DAT machine was $1,000.
Yeah.
So we didn't own a DAT machine.
Yeah.
We just had DATs. Remember they made those little portable DAT players?
Yeah, absolutely, I had one.
This was before that.
Yeah.
So if you just had a DAT and no DAT machine, so I was like, oh, you gotta play the beats out of the. There was no CD burners. There was no CD burners.
Yeah, man.
You couldn't play a tape. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At the club.
Yeah.
So it's like, or you could, I guess. I guess we didn't think about that. But we just, High Tech came, on the Greyhound. But that's what it was. You asked about the constructive criticism.
Yeah.
I don't remember the constructive criticism, but I do remember when I played them a demo that I made with High Tech. I made a 3-song demo with High Tech, and I played that for them. And they was like, can you do those songs?
Okay.
We like these songs. So it was me getting over those High Tech beats. And so I knew that. I was like, okay, they're responding to me over these High Tech beats. I recorded that in Cincinnati. So I told High Tech, I was like, can you, I have a show at the Lyricist Lounge. Can you take a Greyhound out here? And he did. He brought the amp. We set up on stage and we killed it. And Q-Tip, when I got off stage, he was like, that was dope. And that was the moment I knew. It was at SOB's, which is a classic club.
Oh, I love that.
You know what I'm saying?
I love
so
that.
It's like that at SOB's, I finally proved myself to the Lyricist Lounge, founders and audience, and Q-Tip was there. Like that was the night.
That was the moment for you. And you know what? You brought up something because I was thinking, where are we going to get to that point where we talk about High Tech? So how did you get introduced to High Tech? What's the connection with High Tech?
My roommate from when I was at NYU was from Cincinnati.
Right. Okay.
This guy named Divine.
Right.
And at one point, he had a friend of his named Amari who came up and stayed with us. Amari was really into hip hop, and I just became good friends with those guys. And I was invited out to Cincinnati to just hang out.
Yeah.
And I was going through something. I didn't have a job. I dropped out of school. I didn't have a job and had nothing going on. So I'm gonna go see what's going on in Cincinnati. And he specifically, he wanted me to work with this group Mood that was out there, and High Tech was producing for Mood. So I met those guys. Their debut album, they got a deal on Blunt TBT, and I'm on like half of that album. High Tech did half of those beats. But yeah, that's how.
Very similar, I would say. A lot of people might disagree with me. Some may agree. I would say he's one of the producers that's the closest to Jay Dilla. That's my opinion.
I see that.
Do you see where I'm going?
I see
there's a sound that
Midwest funk.
Yeah,
it's a Midwest funk.
Yeah.
They were digging in similar crates because they were digging around the Midwest. They weren't on the coast.
Right.
They weren't that stuff. They were right there in the heart of it. Chicago. Illinois, Ohio, Michigan, Indianapolis, Pennsylvania, all in there. And those sounds, and the Midwest was taking the East Coast boom bap and mixing it with the funk that the West Coast used.
Yes,
and that's what you hear going on there.
That heavy bass line, deep, heavy bass line.
And Ohio funk, and Michigan with Detroit with the Motown and the soul.
Yeah.
Ohio with the Bootsy and the Osley brothers.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So moving on, Talib, we're getting there. So you spoke about the link with High Tech. Tell me now about the link with Mos Def. How did that come about? Because you guys now became a duo, a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, Yasin was he was a local superstar. He was like, he was on TV shows. I used to see him on television. He was in Cosby Mysteries, and he did an ad with Deion Sanders. You ever seen his ad with Deion Sanders?
No, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that.
And he was a guy, and then he had rap. He had the Urban Thermodynamics out, and he was just a guy that I really looked up to as an artist.
Right.
And we had children around the same time.
Okay.
And so our children's mothers started hanging out.
Oh.
And so I was invited to like his house on some family, like let's get the family.
Yeah.
And we just became friends that way.
Oh, that's amazing. So you guys still keep in touch to this day?
Well, we did a show last night.
Oh, amazing. Oh, you was in where's Barcelona?
Yeah.
Yeah, Barcelona. That's right. Okay, cool. So there you go. We're going through the little bullet points this morning. So now the big song.
Oh wait, I wanted to show you this.
Yeah, you're gonna show me this? Show me that little thing that he was in.
My phone is old.
Yeah,
the sound is bad.
No, it's alright. Oh yeah, I see it now.
I'll buy 10 of these.
Oh.
Do you understand? It's down.
What's that guy? I remember that guy's name. What's his name?
Deion Sanders.
Deion Sanders.
Sure, Deion. I'm just gonna need to see some ID. Say what? Here's some driver's license and my regular checks. What a pain. Your license? But now there's a better way. The Visa Visa check card. It's an ATM card with a Visa logo that deducts from your checking account automatically everywhere Visas accept. I'm gonna have to call and see if you can cover this. The Visa check card. Just like a check, only better.
That's mad. That's mad. I love that. 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 So that's going back years though.
Yeah. So when I was watching that on TV, like,
yeah,
that's the guy who be rapping in the park.
It's crazy. You know yeah. Most def. So what point?
And last night was crazy.
Last night was crazy. What was Barcelona like last night?
You know, I knew he was in town, so I called him. I was like, "You come in the show?" He was like, not sure if I can. And so I didn't know if he was coming or not.
Right. Okay.
And then like half hour before the show starts, he hit me and said, "Wait, your show's tonight?" I said, "Yeah, it's tonight." He said, "I thought it was tomorrow." I said, "Tonight. I'm about to go on stage right now." He said, "Okay, I'm coming." So I stepped out on stage. My first song was "Move Something."
Yeah.
I go in to move something, and this guy comes up out of the crowd onto the stage. Yeah, that's and then he just stayed on stage for the whole show, and then we just did a bunch of Black Star songs.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So listen, let's talk about collabs, because we was talking about this earlier on, wasn't we? I mean, who haven't you worked with, Talib?
I've worked with a lot of people.
You've worked with a lot of people. So we were just talking about that joint, weren't we? The one with Sizzler. I mean,
yeah, the Sizzler.
The list is endless.
The Sizzler joint is yeah, you said it was underrated. I agree with that.
Yeah, very underrated. Very underrated. I mean, tell us about some of the names that you've worked with over the years.
I mean, it'd be easier for you to mention who I didn't work with.
Who you'd like to work with?
Oh, who I'd like to work with. I'd like to work with.
Yeah, because
I'd like to work with Bjork.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Does she still do music?
I don't know. I'd like to work with. I don't know. That's the one. That's the name. Most of my bucket list names I've worked with.
Yeah.
Premier was on my bucket list, and he asked me to be on that last Gangstar album. So it was like my bucket was like a Premier and Bjork. So I got to get Bjork.
Yeah, primo. Now, since the hip hop status, you've ventured off into different areas. You even have your own podcast, which is doing extremely well.
It's doing alright. But people like it.
No, people love it because you know what? I think it is. Because you come with a different perspective.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and they doing Shannon Sharp numbers.
yeah. But then he ain't interviewing the caliber of people you're talking to.
No, he is.
But I'm talking about...
They're having a different type of conversation.
This is my point. It's a different perspective. It's a different conversation. And... he's not going to ask you a question that I'm going to ask you right now, which I feel that I can go there with you, because I feel like this question is not a question that I can ask any rapper. It's those that come with a very intellectual perspective. What's your honest thoughts on the N-word being promoted and glamorized in hip-hop? Your honest thoughts.
My honest thoughts is that I'm more concerned about people being treated like N-words than us incorporating it in our speech. Right. I think that the concept of taking something that your oppressor has put upon you and flipping and bouncing it to mean, in many cases, people genuinely mean something referred to someone they love. They homies, my you know what I'm saying? Like they people say that word and I think my perspective on it is definitely based in the Black American experience. I feel like the way in which slavery was carried out in America, as opposed to how Black people have been oppressed all over the world. You know, the sun never sets on the British Empire, so you know what I'm saying. Like they oppress all types of Black people everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But I think that no, I'm not. To me, that's not the issue. That to me, that's a symptom. and it's not even. It's a symptom of a larger root cause.
Right.
I don't fight the fight against the N word because I say it in my music. I say it in my conversations. But I do this since I started early in my career. On all these albums, I said it a lot more than what you heard. But after I say it in music, I go through it. If I feel like I don't need it, I take it out.
Right.
So when you heard me, if you hear me in a song say it, which I have many songs.
Yeah.
You hear it, know that was an intentional decision. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I sat there, was like, do I need to say that word there?
Yeah.
Or could I say a better word that? And so I've done it less and less as I get older.
Right.
As I get older, I'm less inclined to do it. I have less of a desire to do it. I don't want to do it. It still peppers my everyday conversation, but particularly in terms of like when I make the music, I try my best to not do it. But I do think that I'm a wordsmith, and I use words for a living, and no word for me is off limits.
Right.
It's just a matter of context.
Yeah.
How are you using it? And I do think there's contexts in which that word is the perfect word.
And I think you was talking about as you've got older, you feel like you've been using it less. Maybe
Absolutely.
because as we get older, what's that old saying? If you know better, you do better.
That's exactly right.
And it's the connotations, because I think sometimes when we're a bit younger, maybe you want to fit in sometimes.
Oh, absolutely.
Because, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. I'll take it a step further. When I said to you, no word is off limits.
Off limits, yeah,
right?
yeah.
As an artist, I have used the F word in my music. Right now, I have a song called "Happy Home." It's one of my favorite songs I've ever done.
Yeah.
And I say, I forget the lyric before it, but I say, I'm talking about bigots in the South, and I say they're shooting, they're killing blacks, F words, and Catholics. I had heard a racist KKK dude say that. That's how they talk.
Right.
So in the context, I was using it in context.
Yeah, that was fitting for that context.
Right?
Yeah.
So I could defend that in that, but on that, so I could defend that as I'm not being homophobic. That I was quoting someone and I'm explaining how bigoted they are.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And it's art, and I need to be able to.
It was a reference.
My palette needs to be able to have every color to paint.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But on that same album, I got a song called "Funny Money," which is a song I love. But in that song, I say, we don't mess with the pay for play. This is gay. And I'm using gay as a negative qualifier. Because when I wrote that, I thought, that's funny. I thought it was a funny little punchline. I thought it was me being less serious. People always think I'm so serious. So I was being playful and juvenile, but at the expense of the gay community. Right? So I remember weighing that lyric and be like, remember, I knew better. That's what I knew better. When you're younger.
Yeah.
I was old enough to know better.
Right.
And so I remember weighing that lyric and weighing it and be like, do I need to say that? I'm like, nah, everybody will know I'm just playing around. Everybody know I'm not, you know what I'm saying? It's like back then when people on TV were saying it, that's gay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
which actually, gay used to be referred to as happy.
Yeah, well, you're taking it all the way back. I mean, in the F word, we know what the F word back in London used to mean cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, we could go back to the rudiments. You know what I'm saying? But I say all that to say that if I said I wasn't homophobic on Happy Home, well, I was homophobic on a song on the same album.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But now I've grown to know better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it's the same thing. You know, and I don't mean to make false equivalent. I know there'll be some foundational blacks who are going to be upset at me because I'm saying you're trying to compare the oppression of the gay man with the black man. That's not what I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted or confused. But we're talking about language.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just obviously there's the struggle. There's different unique struggles with each community, and I'm not. I would never dare compare.
Yeah, absolutely. I like your reasoning. I do like it. And I just wanted to get your perspective on it. Now, as do you know what I like? There's quite a few things that I was going to ask you, and you've brought it up in some of your answers. I love this. So it makes it easier for me. Yeah. So obviously, the perception is Talib Kweli is very serious. But no, I've seen you. I've watched you in interviews. Look, he's laughing now when I'm actually saying. That's what's making me laugh. People don't actually know this guy he's humorous. Because you can be ha ha ha, but he's humorous. There's a difference. I think. Is that fair to say?
Man,
you're humorous.
I appreciate it.
But he's humorous.
I met a girl the other day at a show.
Yeah.
She was like, I read your book, and I was like, oh, thank you. And she was like, you're a very angry man. And I'm like, what? How did you get that from my book? That's not how, you know what I'm saying? And she qualified what she was saying. What she meant to say was passionate and about causes.
Yeah.
But in her mind, that translates to angry. So I think it's just, if you're trying to speak about the state of the world, it makes people who are not thinking about it feel guilty. 100%. Feel like they could be doing more, speaking out more.
100%.
And so, when they call you angry, or when they say that I'm not humorous, or when they say I'm serious all the time, that's just a projection. Yeah.
It's
all just a projection.
Yeah. And the thing is, there's a time to laugh and there's a time to be serious. There is. And I can definitely say throughout this interview, he's been smiling all through the interview. I love that. I know he's still doing it now. So, do you know what I mean? But do you know what? Generally, outside of music, what makes you happy?
More music, I like watching movies. I like being on beaches.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, just simple. Do you live quite a simple life, really, when you think about it?
No. But I try to.
Yeah, you try to. Okay, so listen, you've been here in London. Thanks for sharing yourself, because I know you're busy. You've got a lot to do in the next 10 minutes. You're in London. How long are you here for? You're doing a couple of shows?
One more show in London. And thank you to London for coming out to a couple of shows and selling it out and giving my people, Jay Rawls and Solene, the welcome mat.
Yeah, you've been great, man. Listen, I know you'll be back soon. And maybe we can get you actually in the studio just to come in and vibes, and because I know you love DJing as well.
Yeah,
so we're gonna try and sort something out, right, Adi?
Yeah.
We'll try and get him out on the next visit. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Any last things you'd like to say to your fans before you get out the door this
go
morning?
Get that Confidence in Knowing is my new album.
When's it dropping?
September 13th.
September the 13th. We need to get on that new single this morning. Brand new single. Alright?
Yeah. Jay Rawls.
Talib, you've been a great guest.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you very much, man.
Warning. The Surgeon General has determined that the sounds you're about to hear can be devastating to your ear.
This one goes out to the legendary Native Tongues crew. Jungle Brothers, De La Soul, Tribe Called Quest, Queen Latifah, Moni Love, Chiali, Black Sheep, Street Nuts, Busta Rhymes, let's go.
We are witnessing a hip-hop apocalypse. If you ain't got them bars, I promise it's looking ominous. Yup, let's get it going, let's get provocative. It's Brooklyn, who's stopping us? We are the true conquerors. Rappers get unruly and moody, feuding for dominance. Bragging about material objects with people starving, bruh. And that's why the phrase, eat the rich, is so popular. Please, these elitists can never defeat the populace. Now who these novices think they trying to get bra like with? I'm the architect and this an inception of megalopolis. I leave your city in ruins just like Persepolis. And rap like a mummy, let's get buddy a sarcophagus. I break a rapper like a promise, standing next to famous artists. These niggas biggest accomplishment. This is culture over politics. The language of these lanes is Greek to me like Acropolis. Life is all about balance, I stay on your dean. You gotta rise to the challenge, I stay on your dean. Whether on and off stages, I stay on my dean. Even when collecting wages, I stay on my dean. Praises to the most high, this is an offering. Trust I'm just getting started, cause I got more to bring. I've been to the mountaintop like it was all a dream. I'm moving love and that don't cost a thing. We've arrived, when people ain't living, they just survive. People scared of the truth, get real comfortable with the lies. When they come at you with hate, that's really loving the disguise. They hate the only language that anguish gonna provide. There's nothing you can do to me, lanes and already tried. How you gonna kill me, a nigga already died? Ignorance is not a virtue and neither is petty pride. You cranky, go take a nap, eat a Snickers like Betty White. Right? They want our people all in chains. Was it all in vain? Is what we ask the Lord as we call his name. It's all a game to these colonizers. Yeah, they all the same. They causing pain and slaughter all the game like Alan Quartermain. If all things was equal, they would forfeit games. Like we saw the pouring rain, so the slaves revolted, set it all aflame. Employment game for the sisters, rocking the horse's mane. They talking slang, Tribe Called Quest is in the Hall of Fame. Life is all about balance, son, stay on your dean. You gotta rise to the challenge, son, stay on your dean. Whether on and off stages, I stay on my dean. Even when collecting wages, I stay on my dean. Praises to the most high, this is an offering. Trust I'm just getting started, cause I got more to bring. I've been to the mountaintop like it was all a dream. I'm moving love and that don't cost a thing.
5,000 Burbank watts. Sound system, state of the art. 5,000 Burbank watts. Sound system, state of the art. 5,000 Burbank watts. Sound system, state of the art. 5,000 Burbank watts. Sound system, state of the art. 5,000 Burbank watts. Sound system, state of the art. 5,000 Burbank watts. Sound system, state of the art.
That whole native tongue organization set so many of us free. De La Soul, Tribe Called Quest, Jungle Brothers, Black Sheep, Latifah was in there, KMD was in there, Boney Love. Yo, listen, all of them, bro. All of them. Yeah, and Leaders was in there too. All of that energy set us free, bro.
Universal Show, the Universal Show with Special K. Yeah, that's my dog. You know what I'm saying? He got the morning show popping all across the universe. He international special right now. You understand me? It's Future Hendrix. I'm signing off. Love forever.
Yeah.
What's the matter with these damn MCs? Come on, baby, if you're feeling me. Sit down with me, roll yourself a treat. Now what the hell is going on in the industry? Don't the people wanna feel the beat? We talk about it every time with me. Would anybody like a cup of tea?
It's the BKMC, Kweli, where rhymes is found in the veins of the ghetto folks who surrounded with pain. Going to clubs, drowning the liquor that's surrounding their brain. Wanna be thugs when every record got them sounding the same. Never since I first came to put it down in this game, these people can't quite get their tongues around my name. It's all to the good, I'm still the same with or without the fame, but I'm saying the way you got my pronounced it the shame. First part is Arabic, Talib. I mean the student or the seeker. I never try to be no teacher or no preacher. I just reach you through the speaker, never beat you in the head. Cause all that preaching to the choir, yo, is dead word. Then you got Kweli. Let me put you on the means of truth and knowledge from the people of these cars. Reaching you through the song, got you rocking to the beat, asking for high-tech tracks, stopping me in the street. Now everybody say you with me, Kweli. Rock the party, my crew hot. Feel these two shots like the blast from a double barrel. It's got to be the man high-tech Kweli, who make you rock your body. Start the party, my crew hot. Feel these two shots like the blast from a double barrel. It's got to be, I got Badu rockin' with me. Yeah.
What's the matter with these damn MCs? Come on, baby, if you're feeling me. Sit down with me, roll yourself a treat. Now what the hell is going on in the industry? Don't the people wanna feel the beat? We talk about it every time with me. Would anybody like a cup of tea?
Yeah, you pronounce the name Badu. Love that you got to. Some trying too hard to be, some trying too hard not to. Be just who they is, so what that means that they're not true. My sister put it down, let me show you how I do. Chill, cause we still drop the ill hip hop. We stay true to what we do, whether you feel it or not. When you see me rhyming, I'm painting, I'm climbing, I'm praying, I'm rising, surviving, I'm staying alive. Y'all know what I'm saying, I come from a place. Cats love papes, love hate. Be in the clubs late, all but believe we crush great. They moms take buses straight, upstate, puff great, and stay with the sticky like duct tape. Always pushing myself but steady, knowing the ledge. Black man over 21, supposed to be dead. Open instead, cause I look deaf in the face and laugh. Give it a name, money, I'm having a blast. Ain't that right? Everybody say it with me, Kweli. Start the party, my crew hot. Feel these two shots like a blast from a double barrel. It's got to be the man high-tech Kweli, who make you rock your body. Start the party, my crew hot. Feel these two shots like a blast from a double barrel. It's got to be, I got Badu rockin' with me. Come on.
What's the matter with these damn MCs? Come on, baby, if you're feeling me. Sit down with me, roll yourself a treat. Now what the hell is going on in the industry? Don't the people wanna feel the beat?
Yeah, they do.
We talk about it every time with me.
Come on.
Would anybody like a cup of tea?
Rock on. Yeah, rock with it. Rock with us.
Big up my boy Special K on the Universal Show. You know what time it is. I'm only here to represent the biggest and baddest DJ presenters in the world. Let's get it.
Escúchela, la ciudad respirando. Escúchela, la ciudad respirando. Escúchela.
The
New moon rode high in the crown of the metropolis, shining like who on top of this? People was hustling, arguing and bustling. Gangsters of Gotham, hardcore hustling. I'm wrestling with words and ideas. My ears is pricked, seeking what will transmit. The scribes can apply to transcript. Yo, this ain't no time where the usual is suitable. Tonight alive, let's describe the inscrutable, the indisputable. We New York, the narcotics, draped in metal and fiber optics. Where mercenaries is paid to trade hot Stockton for profits. Thirsty criminals take pockets. Hard knuckles on the second hands of working class watches. Skyscrapers is colossus. The cost of living is preposterous. Stay alive, you pay or die, no options. No Batman and Robin. Can't tell between the cops and the robbers. They both partners, they all heartless, with no conscience. Back streets stay darkened, while unbelieving hearts stay hardened. My ego talent stay sharpened, like city lights stay throbbing. You either make a way or stay solvent. The shiny apple is bruised but sweet, and if you choose to eat, you can lose your teeth. Many crews retreat, nightly news repeat. Who got shot down to lockdown? Spotlight the savages, NASDAQ averages. My narrative grows to explain its existence amidst the harbor lights which remain in the distance. So much on my mind that I can't recline. Blast the holes in the night till she bless sunshine. Breathe in, inhale vapors from bright stars to shine. Breathe out, we smoke, retrace the skyline. Heard the bass ride out like an ancient maiden call. I can't take it, y'all. I can feel the city breathing, chest heaving against the flesh of the evening. Sigh before it died like the last train leaving.
Breathing in deep city breaths, sitting on initial steps, we stoop to new lows. Hell froze the night the city slept. The beast crept through concrete jungles, communicating with one another and get a word where waters fall from the hydrants to the gutters. The beast walk the beats, but the beats we be making. You on the wrong side of the track, looking visibly shaken, taking in plunges, plunging to death that's painted by the numbers with crowd on applied pressure. Catch us playing God for having children by a lesser baby mother. But up here, we played against each other like puppets, swearing you got pulled when the only pull you got is the wool over your eyes. Getting knowledge in jail like a blessing in disguise. Look in the skies for God, what you see besides the smog is broken dreams flying away in the wings of the obscene. Thoughts that people put in the air, places where you could get murdered over a glare. But everything is fair, it's a paradox we call reality. So keeping it real will make you a casualty of abnormal normality. Killers born naturally like Mickey and Mallory, not knowing the ways will get you capped like an NBA salary.
So much on my mind, I just can't recline. Blast the holes in the night till she bless sunshine. Breathe in, inhale vapors from bright stars to shine. Breathe out, green smoke, retrace the skyline. Yo, don't the bass ride.
Yes, man, like Retro, I want to say a big special shout to my brother Special K. Universal Show, innit? Playing them real bangers and supporting real artists, real music. It's a special one, baby.
People, this is Naveside and you're locked into the #1 morning show, the Universal Show with the legendary DJ Special K, always the #1 for hip hop and R&B. Let's go.
Come on. Yeah, this the one right here. Talib. What? Yeah, deliver me from temptation, the weak man facing. You put the spirit in me, I feel the sensation. Die on my feet before I live on my knees, Lord. Deliver me from point A to B like liver breed. Nothing is free, you gotta be a hero to save. They got you working like a slave, from the grave to the grave, for minimum wage. You barely keep a job or a home, a car or a phone. Forget about getting a loan, you're starting to moan. The bank account is getting withdrawn. It's pitiful how we becoming slaves of things that we own. They enslaving the brains, with the whips and the chains. End up in the coffin, chasing the fortune, chasing the fame. Slave to the rhythm, slave to the night, slave to the day. They hop aboard the Underground Railroad and run away. Pray for the day they don't get taken away, for making a way to stop their baby stomach aching to death. A sip of whiskey, straight no chase. It's hard to take a man away from the sin when it's inside of him. Please, deliver me, oh my Father. Yes, deliver me from the evil that's all around me. Jamaica to Kings County, God. Deliver me, oh my Father. Yes. Deliver me from temptation, that weak man face.
Hey yo, it's John Paul right here on the Universal Show alongside Special K. Take it away. Boo-ah.
Come on. Yeah, this the one right here. Talib. What? Yeah, deliver me from temptation, the weak man facing. You put the spirit in me, I feel the sensation. Die on my feet before I live on my knees, Lord. Deliver me from point A to B like liver breed. Nothing is free, you gotta Gotta be a hero to save. They got you working like a slave from the crib to the grave for minimum wage. You barely keep a job or a home, a car or a phone. Forget about getting a loan. You're starting to moan. The bank account is getting withdrawn. It's pitiful how we become a slave.
So if you want to say massive shout going out to Talib Kweli for giving us your time,
for chasing the fortune,
highly appreciated. Once again, massive shout going out to RD this morning. Big up yourself, sir. And the rest of the gang, man. Big up yourself, RD. Lee Can, big up yourself, brother.
Baby stomach aching a dick. I sip a whiskey, straight no chase.
How you mean?
A man away from the sin. When
massive shout going out to
please
Miss Beautiful this morning, aka wifey Lindsay. I see you.
Yes, deliver me.
Thank you.
It's all around me, Jamaica, the Kings County Guard. Deliver me,
massive shout going out to PK this morning. Big up yourself, PK. I see ya. Thank you very much.
Put the spirit in me. I feel the sense.
Love the interview special. I've got my own thoughts on the N word. Yeah. I bet loads of you have.
They say nothing's wrong with you, it's all in your mind. I preach myself to see and let the hurt to my kind. And look around and see, don't be acting blind. The system hurting us, it's just not kind.
Mixmaster J, big up yourself this morning. I see you, brother. Big up yourself, sir.
Listen up, you're
not. Shout out to my family. The O'Connors. Peter, I see you this morning. I see shout out to the entire family. All my cousins over there, man. Scheme, big up yourself this morning. Massive salute to Scheme.
What?
Mr. Bailey, under check-in. I see you, brother.
Get the Kings County Guard.
I hear you, Mr. Bailey. I agree.
Yes.
Big up yourself, sir.
Deliver me from temptation, a weaker man facing. You put the spirit in me. I feel the sensation. Plug in the mic like I'm gunning the bike. Front if you like. I'm moving fast. My life is running the lights. I give my
Universal Show, man. Number one morning show for people on R&B.
Won't win if no fight if you run with a knife. I'm drawing blood from the rock.
You know, every Saturday morning there's always something different going on.
In the box,
you gotta keep it plugged. Ears plugged.
They socks.
To JusCoolRadio.com.
Right in front of the cops, under the street lamp, walking through the rain until her feet damp. Single moms in line at the office because they need stamps. Your cousin at it.
Back in the building tomorrow with Soothing Sundays. For those of you who like it a lot more chilled.
Make a decision. Placed in this, he got it.
More smoother tomorrow.
Probation. Otherwise, it's just another part of the scenery. Just because you got out of jail, that don't mean you're free.
I say shout out to all my silent listeners near and far.
What?
International listeners, big up yourself this morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time zone it is, wherever you are. If you can't be good, please try to be careful. And if your intention is to do badness, just remember there's a price to pay for doing badness. Special K was in the building, but me gone later. I gotta reach out.
Are you looking to take your business, community project or product to the next level? Want to reach a dynamic and engaged audience? Look no further than JusCoolRadio.com. At JusCoolRadio, we offer the perfect platform to showcase your brand. Our diverse programming and loyal listeners are the ideal match for your advertising needs. Whether you're a local business, an emerging entrepreneur, we've got you covered. Want to add some star power to your event? Book JusCoolRadio talent to bring excitement and professionalism to your next big occasion. Our talented hosts and DJs will keep your audience entertained and engaged. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity. Visit JusCoolRadio.com today to learn more about our affordable advertising packages and booking options. Just Cool Radio, disturbing the silence, catching the eyes of many.